What's going on YouTube? This is Mark from Union Martial Arts. I just want to quickly brief you guys on this new series you're about to watch called Beneath the Gi. This series is going to take you behind the scenes and give you some perspective on us as a business, as an academy, and as individuals. Hopefully this series will help inspire all you fellow martial artists and entrepreneurs out there to break the mold and chase what you love for a living. So without further ado, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and enjoy. Training in Filipino martial arts, it's always been something that's been either underrated or criticized and classified as something that is more cinematic. And on the flip side, a lot of people think that it's just practical and you can't train it recreationally. And for a lot of the training that we do, it's just as physically and mentally taxing as any other art, whether it be stand-up kickboxing, Muay Thai, whatever it might be. Ground game just the same, jiu-jitsu, although we're not consistently hitting pads or grappling and putting body weight on people, the intricacy and the amount of effort that it takes is just as equal as any other art, and a lot of people don't seem to see that. And my job, bringing Filipino martial arts into the new era along with other people, it's more of making people understand the equality between all arts. And you can teach anything it is, whether it be weapons, whether it be striking, just kicking, grappling, you name it, everything can fall into place and be taught to the right person as long as you understand the art and you explore and evolve it. And by exploring and evolving the art, you allow yourself as well as your students or people that are learning from you to expand their knowledge and dip their toes into other arts and find a mesh that's great for them. And I think that's something that Bruce Lee brought out in everybody before all of this mixed martial arts era came to be. Jeet Kune Do was something that you could take whatever it is that you like and apply it as yourself, because I'm a firm believer that no matter what art you do, it's your preference and how you can express your movements as best as possible. In my case, in Filipino martial arts, I can do that most mainly because it's one of my first arts that I was allowed to venture off and build a curriculum and really submerge myself into the history and the modernization of weapon training. It takes the right person to become a teacher and to be able to teach weapon arts, because it's not just simple hand movements. It's to really get the essence of it, you have to be able to have a good partner, a good foundation where you can train and be able to trust in your partner and train with either bladed weapons or impact weapons, and trust that the other person isn't going to whack you in the head. And a lot of what we do revolves around partner training, because you can only strike for so long. Filipino martial arts as a system is a really good base because it allows you to diversify yourself and practice in different scenarios, whether it be empty hand to ground fighting to in the clinch or in weapon training. And even if it isn't your primary art, it's a good supplementary skill and knowledge so that you're able to kind of look at things in an outside perspective and not always get caught up in this is the only way and you can only clinch this way or you can only strike this way. And that's the beauty that I find in Filipino martial arts, and that has allowed me to trail into other arts, not only give them respect, but find a way to expose the silver lining in all of martial arts and combat, whether it be, like again, self-defense, cinematic, or just for recreational use. It's really exciting to see people of more of an MMA background or a competition background have more interest in Filipino martial arts that seems to be more of a traditional standpoint. We're kind of in this era where it's transferring from traditional karate, taekwondo type of feel to more modern, because a lot of people see that it's practical in day-to-day use because it deals with a lot of weapons. With that being said, I do believe that every art is practical. It just takes the right person with the right amount of knowledge to apply it to whatever the situation is. But it's exciting to see. It's a pleasure to see all the new Filipino martial artists of the old generation and my generation find the silver lining in bringing Filipino martial arts to the mainstream and letting everyone enjoy such an amazing art. Being an instructor in Filipino martial arts puts me in an uncommon situation where, coming from the traditional martial arts mold, It's very uncommon for a lot of people to see a young instructor be a head instructor, let alone be able to teach people that are much older than I am. But in the art itself, you can't lie to be a renowned instructor or a high-level instructor, whatever you want to classify it as. You can only talk so much before your work and your skills will do the rest of the talking. And I think it's a great thing because a lot of people can have an ego in martial arts training, especially coming from another background or having an instructor that's younger than you. A lot of times people automatically write me off or write the younger instructor off in any martial arts, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like we have enough time to obtain all of our skills as opposed to what they've done in their past or whatnot. But the art allows the new generation instructors to take what we've learned from the old generation and usher in a new era of martial arts.